Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is video 2 of 2 for today.
But first, a word from our sponsors. Guys, we wanted to remind you about Surfshark. If you want to take full advantage of all the streaming services that you are subscribed to, use Surfshark's VPN to change your geolocation. Do not get geolocked.
They also have a new feature called Alternative ID. When you're on a website and it asks for your name, your email, phone number, home address, click of a button automatically generates fake information that will forward to your real email address.
Nice.
So you won't have your real email address out there. You won't have your name out there. No more spam stuff. You can turn it all off after the fact. It's really great.
Yeah. And also, don't forget, this is the best family plan ever. Unlimited devices, share with whoever you want.
Friends and family, guys. And if you use our code, you get 83% off a 2-year plan with 3 extra months for free at surfshark.deals/Angry Joe Show. So check it out, guys. That new feature, completely added free, making the package even better for you guys. Go and visit Surfshark now. Guys, Surfshark, click the links down below, protect your data, get access to more content, and now get your private information off the internet for free. That's an additional service on top of everything else.
It's $2.21. A lot of people paying significantly more for VPN. It's really hard to beat $2.
Yeah. So what else is going in Angry Joe Show news? Baldur's Gate 3. It's a long ass fucking game with 80 hours of footage I had to go through. It'll be out by the end of this week. Sorry. And then Madden we're also doing as well. So please be patient on those two. Things are about to get super crazy here towards the end of the year. So we're doing the best that we can. We're old now, okay? I'm no longer young Joe. I'm old Joe. So stay tuned for those 2 reviews, which should be coming. And then let's figure out what the heck else has been going on in gaming.
I know you're going to be really excited for this.
Oh.
So a game is coming out early now, so we're going to get an even more chance to play with it. Assassin's Creed Mirage is a week early now. Are you very excited, or are you extremely excited?
Well,
I'm going to say
Very?
neither.
Oh, no.
I'm not excited at all. In fact, I don't care.
Oh.
Oops. Was I not supposed to say that?
No,
Yep.
I don't care.
people are now mad at you.
Oh, no.
This looks so good. So now coming out October 5th, a week earlier than previously announced. And you know, we're going to be shifting games release dates around quite a bit. People are going to be responding to where their game sits versus Starfield, where that game sits versus Spider-Man and some of the other major launches. I mean, Call of Duty. There's a ton of stuff coming out, and they want to make sure they've got some breathing room because there were some games, for instance, that came out roughly around the same day that Baldur's Gate did that no one has ever heard of, and they won't because you can't release your game around one of the most, and so they don't want to do the same thing with these other ones.
Which game?
Yeah. And so Mirage is a return to the classic formula. You get a white hood and a hidden blade and parkour.
I know a lot of people that follow us are into Assassin's Creed, so I don't want to poo-poo on your day. You get it a week early, and good for you. It's awesome, but don't care about it. Yeah. And it's not a game for me. I've already decided that, but we'll probably check it out.
I am wildly against DLC getting ballooned up into almost full price games and being sold to you.
Call of Duty game.
So it's like we talked about last time. It's like, look, if it's a full feature game and it comes out with amazing stuff, awesome. We'll sing its praises. But if it feels like a DLC that they're charging you $20 extra for, then they can fuck right off. And I'll be honest with you there too. Okay. The Embracer Group, one of the largest video game companies in the world. Last year, they were talking about a $2 billion purchase that they still won't say who they were going to buy. They talked about some declining sales, and they were worried about things. Well, net sales rose by 47% in Q1, so they're making really good progress. The restructuring is going well. So people who are kind of doom and gloom about the whole video game industry, there's some people out there still doing pretty well. So this is kind of just an overall health of the market, and so when they're doing pretty well over there.
Yeah.
And bad news, super bad news. I hate this. Zynga, the mobile game company.
Yes.
One, I hate them. Has announced their first blockchain game. It's an NFT game
Zynga
called Sugar Town.
God damn it! You're
So
gonna get the
again,
soccer
though,
moms into
let's-
NFTs. Like, man, these motherfuckers, they never fucking stop. They're like, all right, we couldn't get it. We couldn't push it onto Joe and fucking Alex and fucking. We couldn't do it through AAA gaming. Let's try going the mobile route. That's fucking oof.
Yeah.
This might actually work.
Shit falls downhill, and eventually you get someone who's hopped up on so much Xanax to get through their day. They're like, fine, I'll buy an NFT. So great.
The fucking soccer moms.
Great. Ethereum network. You have to play Aura tokens to play mini games and earn in-game currency. It's all bad news.
sounds
And I don't
fucking
even want to
horrible.
read any of this
It
shit.
sounds
Yeah, and none of those people watch this show, so they don't know what's incoming. They
Yeah.
just think it's a new purchase that they've made.
Ooh, I get a new thing. It's like, oh, wait,
Oh,
why does this cost so
fuck.
much fucking money? There's also a real fun thing. A group of investors is suing Sotheby's in New York for the ape.
The Bored Ape?
Bored ape thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, wait a minute, you were.
Those are bad investments.
It's not just a bad investment. They're claiming that there was a massive amount of collusion. That the groups themselves
believe
were
that.
paying celebrities under the table to hype up these things, or giving them free things
Right.
and having them tweet
That's
saying
exactly
that
what
this is worth.
happened.
And, yeah, it's called pump and dump. And so
Yes.
what they're saying is you were involved in a massive pump and dump scheme. You were claiming these things were worth a ton of money, and you had all these other people, and you're like, hey, it's not just us that says it's worth money. That's Justin Bieber bought one. He didn't buy one. It was given to him. It's like, that guy bought one. He didn't buy one. It was given to him. And so it's like, then they pumped all these
Yeah,
things.
that whole awkward scene with Jimmy Fallon and was it Paris Hilton?
I won't
Hilton,
watch Jimmy
yeah.
She's
Fallon.
like, "Hey,
Ugh.
check out! Everyone gets
Yeah,
one
I
of
remember
these."
that.
The,
I
the
remember
crowd's
that.
like, "What? We don't want it."
The crowd reaction was like,
It's like, you wanted to pay how much money for a ugly picture?
Yeah.
And
what about a car? Oprah gave them a car. Jimmy, come on.
yeah.
You're right.
That's
It's
the
like,
first thing I would have said.
I don't want
They're like, I
this.
don't want this. What about a car? Is there a car under my chair?
Yeah. No, but you could sell it to a car, and if you convince 1 million of your friends that these are worth money, you could trade it. It's like,
Jimmy, shut the fuck up.
yeah. It's just in general, not just about NFTs. Just
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, good. Fuck them.
All right.
Well, I
Hate
hope
'em.
it does terrible.
Yeah, I hope it does. I hope it does terrible as well. Hey, remember that game Warhammer 40K Darktide? That game that I wanted to be really good. 'cause
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
I love Vermintide too, right?
Yeah.
I played
Yeah,
so much Vermintide. I actually played a big.
They had a new update on Vermintide too.
They did tons of content.
I played it again.
agree. Well, Darktide is adding a whole bunch of new stuff. It's only 10 months too late. The game was released. It was kind of buggy, and it was very incomplete. There's a lot of systems that just didn't work, that weren't released. And then when they were going to put them in, they realized that people were going to just eat them alive for it. And so now they're getting full.
Gonna eat me alive.
We're getting full RPG style skill trees, new abilities for its 4 classes. So it's really, really, really late. But if you miss the boat and you really like Vermintide 2 style combat, going through these things, which I think could be very fun, especially with friends.
It is. When is it?
So in October is addressing. So it's October is when it's coming out. So kind of a rough time to launch all
Yeah,
this
that's
stuff.
what I was thinking. I was like, hopefully it's not around the major releases.
Yeah, it's right around all of the major releases.
Oh well.
So they said when you launch a game and you have a rocky start, you have to start reprioritize everything and reassess the situation. Some problems are easier to fix and some are harder to fix because in a game all the systems play off each other. It felt like they rushed the game out, and so now they're kind of readdressing. But it may be too little, too late. It's probably not going to get me back in the game, but I think people who
Yeah, I think it's too little, too late. But we are, personalized have to keep going to the next game, right? I mean, but there are others that bought the game as I wish it was better and will try any updates that improve the game. And if we have time, which we will not, because if you look at the schedule of freaking games, then we will be playing it on
September's gonna be
Twitch.
crazy.
Just follow our Twitch because we could possibly get to it. Because we were hopeful for that game. Even when it was shit, we were hopeful until we realized that, damn.
And I tried. I went through every system in that game. It was just like every single time. It's like, oh, they just didn't finish. All right, let's talk about everyone's favorite game, Star Citizen. Major changes coming, and people are not super thrilled about this one. So Star Citizen normally has these, they open everything up. They want to show everything, and so people log in really quick, and everyone wants to jump into the game and see all the new things that are going on,
Yeah.
and just. look at almost what their investment is, because they put a lot of people put a shitload of money into this game, and they want to see all the new changes. Well, they said that the problem with that is everyone jumps in all at once, and they don't really play for long, and then there's huge server costs to have all these people in there. So what they're going to start doing is a wave system, and you can get invited to the first wave, and in order to be part of the first wave, you can play a lot, or you can give them money. And in the second wave, they'll start evaluating it, like how quickly you're getting in.
So this guy only gave us 20.
Yeah, and so
excuse me, Joe, I gave them 150. I was one of the original Kickstarter backers in 2000.
You're obsolete now.
8? I don't fucking remember when it was. When was the original Kickstarter?
It was a very, very, very long time ago. So people are less than enthused about it. They've raised over
2012. Sorry.
Oh.
2012 is when I kickstarted it.
Yeah. Cool.
We got over 2 million.
But it still was not.
And then they've
enough.
raised 598 since then.
Yep, and that's why they're adding whatever the fuck you're talking about, which makes no sense.
It
My
does for
eyes
them.
immediately glossed over.
Pay me. We'll let you in the first wave.
They're fucking pay pigs, and now they're creating tiers for the pay pigs to enter a game that's not even fucking finished yet. Or are they saying they'll implement this when the game is finished? And
No, this is now.
What is this garbage? Like, just
need more money.
fuck this sick filth.
Well, so if you want to know what being a subscriber is like, you can pay $10. It's a monthly perks. It's $10 USD. It's starting at $10.
What's this called so I can type it into?
The article is called, or the thing that was changing.
Let me just put paywall.
PTU Wave Restructure.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna sound like shit. Because, like, how do you even market something like that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they're pay pigs, you'll do whatever you
So
want.
what does this subscription come with?
Let me tell you what the description's
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kinda
Yeah,
curious.
all right.
You get jump
Dun,
points.
dun, 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 dun.
Both series get jump points. So subscribers gain access to Jump Point, Star Citizen's official digital magazine.
What?
It's a full color publication.
All
They,
right.
I want you. No.
GameStop wanted you to
I think
do-
that you didn't hear me.
I think-
said full color. It's a digital
They put that on the
Full color.
full color, as if black and white in a
They put
digital
that.
publication was like an
Was a
option.
thing.
They're like, no, full color, not just two colors, full colors.
We're nearing
So
$1
they put
billion.
that on the goddamn bullet point. That stop right there.
No.
Full color.
Full color. The other thing is
So if you get the $5 one, there's no color.
there is no $5. That's
okay.
yeah, $5. Fuck you. Give me $1,000 for this stupid ship. And then
I
$10
guess
a
they
month
know
forever.
their target market, because if you're spending $40,000 in ships, you probably also in your life have seen a black and white TV. But most people now have never seen a black and white TV. They've never fucking read newspapers in their lives. But the people that are, they're probably well-to-do people, older people. I don't know how they're convincing them to waste their life savings in it. But
Sunk
full
cost.
color, Joe.
Full color.
Not black and white. Nope. That is not good enough for our players in 2023.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. You also get with first wave PTU access, which we're talking about when you want to get into the playtest. You'll get into to go right away. You won't have to wait with the comic
Based
book.
on the amount of money you spent, that is where you're going to get in.
Yeah, it gets you access to the vehicle of the month. This program gives subscribers the chance to test out a flyable or drivable vehicle, and every month you have something called Flare. The pieces of Flare that you get.
Chilies.
Yeah.
Can you?
You get an
I
REC
can't.
stipend. The test flight for Imperators is only if you pay $20 a month. As an Imperator, you'll get 1 week to test fly newly flight-ready ships and variants with our live quarterly releases. There's a subscribers den.
I can't even summon the anger, but I'm going to try. Because, this has been an ongoing thing for so long. It's become a joke, and we are out of it. But let me try to summon the bit of anger that the Star Citizen community can't manage, because they are now literally a prisoner of the sunk cost fallacy. But if you read the way this sounds, Joe, it is like, I hate these people. You know, the exact quote, many players only log in once per PTU phase to briefly inspect the latest features or new
See
ships.
what's going on, man.
This led to very high player loads in the first hours of each wave release, combined with comparatively high server costs and download provisioning. Now remember, this is from a $500 million
600
company.
600.
No, I'm sorry, even more than that. You're right. Over 600 millions talking about high server costs for people logging in to look at their ships. Okay? They go on to say, combined with comparatively high server costs and download provisioning, but not the sustained play-testing we would have preferred.
The game's on.
Do you see how they're talking to their community? You guys are doing something that we don't like. We don't prefer that you go in and look at your ships and then leave. We want you to play test the game, whatever it is, right? Okay, how do they go on? The next sentence. As a consequence, you guys are looking at your ships and then you're leaving. That is not what we prefer. As a consequence, towards the end of a PTU phase, we sometimes lacked the necessary numbers of testers to put the servers under pressure. So now we must implement the tiered access, PTU phase access, rather, sorry. Joe. Look at how they talk to their fucking. I'm surprised. I'd be like, fuck you, I'm leaving.
At this point, I'm not surprised.
As a consequence, towards the end of the PTU phase, we sometimes lack the necessary numbers of testers to put the servers under pressure.
Wait a minute. Didn't they say that they get too many people entering the servers all at once, which is significant amount of pressure that they said they can't handle or afford?
Yeah, but then they're saying we would have preferred you guys actually play test instead of log in, look at your ship, and log out.
So I'm just going to say that this is...
We couldn't play test the bugs that we need to fix because you guys weren't play testing the bugs for us. As if their community are the goddamn developers and QA team and bug team.
That's
As if they don't have their own fucking QA team logging in and working out the bugs and fixing the bugs themselves. If there's no community to find the bugs for them, they're saying, this is not working. This is your behavior is not as we prefer it. So as a consequence, we got to look at things. And so if this is going to continue, we came up with this new idea where in order to help with this, we're going to charge you and place you in waves to enter based upon how much money you paid us. So if you paid us a lot of money, now you can come in and look at your ship and log out whenever you want. We don't care about that behavior. We don't mind that behavior because that guy spent a ton of fucking money. But you, Angry Joe, you only spent 120. You are not allowed to log in, look at your ship, and leave. You need to log in, look at your ship, get in your ship, play test, find all the bugs for us, report the bugs to us so that we can fix them. And if you don't do that, then you're wave 3, Joe, because you didn't spend enough money. Fuck you, Star Citizen!
Some companies have done this like early access for even as long as 2 years. The problem is it's been so many years that when you log in, like for some of these people, they're like, hey man, I've given you thousands. People have said, I've paid thousands of dollars for this game. I can't wait for it to come out. But when I log into your server, there's nothing to do that I haven't already done, but maybe look at a new ship. And so this is the problem when you string out a game from 2012 or in 2023. It looks like, I don't know.
What a fucking dumpster fire of a development team and a marketing team and people in charge. Like, I don't understand. Exactly.
Great business though. They make so
Oh.
much
No,
money.
I do understand.
I
I'm
think they're
sorry.
making
I
so
do
much money.
understand. They're
What are you
making so
talking
much
about?
money.
And
The
they're gonna get more.
community is so abused. I mean, it's just at least. I just no. I'm not gonna. No more.
There's no reason.
No more.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
No more. Talk about something else. I'm pissed.
It doesn't get better.
Oh no.
All right, Total Warhammer 3 is a...
Oh no.
Look, I am going to start this off by saying I have a unique opinion on GW products and some of their stuff. Some of it's amazing. I think that the lore is really cool, but oftentimes you pay a lot of money and you don't get very much for GW stuff because it's a premium thing. And it appears that Creative Assembly is in that same boat now. Total Warhammer 3 on Steam is overwhelmingly negative on recent reviews. It's getting review bombed to shit. A lot of the creators that were given early access to Shadows of Change DLC are not happy with it. It's completely unbalanced. There's no point. There's 3 new lords and 8 new units, and they want $30. They
Yeah.
want half of a Baldur's Gate 3
Yeah.
for 3 lords, one of which they said is almost not even worth playing. He's so overpowered. The other one doesn't really change much. And then 8 new units for like half of a game. And people have had this criticism for a long time. It's like, look, the Chaos Dwarves are in the same spot. Creative Assembly is a growing company. They've got new games coming out. They've got new new studios they're making within there. They're making tons of money on Total Warhammer, and they're still charging people like over $20 for like the Wood Elves and like random things where you get 2 new lords. And so it's a super premium game that you absolutely have to pay for. And some of these people have just had enough. They're like, look, $30 is too much. It appears that you've stopped bug fixing.
This is, and the wild thing, Alex, is that they've charged, this is a 40% increase in how they've charged this. Because this is the thing, you always get legendary lords, 4 factions, 3 of them, and it's never cost $25. Never. It's like $10. I can understand if they're like, hey, cost of rising, whatever, then we got to go up to $15. But a 40% increase, or wait, what? 100%, more than 100% increase, but 40% of the main game, actually, is what I mean. It's almost as much as the main fucking game. And it's not even a whole faction. Like, that's what they charge. They charge less money, like $5, $2 or $3 less, for an entirely new faction, like the Ogre Kingdoms or something like that, with tons of lords and tons of units and new mechanics and new interface and new technologies. Now it's just, oh, here are 3 new lords. Enjoy. $25. Give it to me now.
What he says is, this is the business reality of supporting Warhammer 3 and ensuring we're able to offer the years of extra content that are currently planned.
Well, what you're reading is surprising because they actually put it up on their website. They actually responded because so much of the community was like,
The backlash.
what the fuck? What the fuck? You're charging us double for something out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, it's double. And then so they posted, they said, let's talk about the Shadows of Change DLC. That's what Alex is reading.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Shadows of Change DLC. They had to post this. Hi, everyone. I'm Rob, Chief Product Officer here at Creative Assembly. I'm sorry. There's nothing. I'm done reading. I'm done reading it because there's nothing in here that you could say that will justify that. There's really nothing.
I mean, that's the problem with some of the... I don't blame it entirely on GW, because like Creative Assembly themselves...
No, GW has nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
Creative Assembly, and I hate to say this, I shouldn't say this because this is one of my favorite companies who makes one of my favorite games. I don't know if I want to say it's one of my favorite companies. It's a company that makes one of my favorite games. And there have been times where Sega has taken the brunt of criticism when Creative Assembly was actually behind some decisions. And so this is not out of the ordinary for executives and management at Creative Assembly. They are not, heroes. Let's call them. But they're not heroes of the industry. They're not Larian Studios. They're not old school CD Projekt Red. These guys constantly make questionable decisions, like let's sell $8 to put blood in the game or something like that, and just stupid shit like that. Which we've already fought over that, and we're like, okay, fine, we'll allow it. It's borderline. You're using the MP, you're using the rating system, blah, blah, blah. So we're already okay with that. And now we're already okay with spending $5 each lord, $15 for additional lords, and you sell us 30 fucking new lords, and it's just a non-stop money-making process. But when you double the price of something out of nowhere and you don't communicate at all until the community blows up on you, and then you make a post that says, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Right, because that's what he's going to say in here. It's a great value, and to get right to it, our costs are up. No, my friend, no. You want to know? You're done with the development. You've done with the contract. You've done 3 total Warhammer games. Your costs are not up. Your costs are down. You do not have an entire team working on Total Warhammer 4 right now, or 3 right now. That development's over, and we already know that there's 2 separate teams. There's a DLC development team that does all the DLC, and then there's the mainline team that fixes the game, okay? And I guarantee you the DLC and the patch team is much smaller than this other team. It's what it is you're unwilling to pay those people appropriately, or you're unwilling to price things that are appropriate, that sales are going to drop off, and you realize, well, fuck, our contract's over. We're going to need to ask for a lot more money than we're getting right now. Double the price of that next one.
This comes at a really bad time for them because the community's been unhappy for weeks now, because it seems like the bug fixes and the things to the game have slowed down significantly. Chaos Dwarves came out and people were like, cool, you're going to finally fix that the orcs, the greenskins, do not use the WOG ability, which is kind of their only fucking ability. And so it's like, apparently, I don't know, that's what I was reading. It's like, they don't use it. The AI doesn't use it. So there's so many game-breaking bugs and quality of life things that have been a problem in the game for so long. And it seems like they've slowed down on the fixing of those things. And then they threw out Chaos Dwarves and charge a shitload of money for it. And they're throwing out this one and charging a shitload of money for it. It's like, okay, so you're giving us less. You're fixing the game less. Where is this money going? And then they say things like this. This is the guy said, ultimately, it's up to each of you to decide, and we will keep trying to balance. So let me restart the beginning. That said, we do need to challenge ourselves and ensure that this cost still offers a good value.
It doesn't.
Ultimately, it's up to each of you to decide, and we'll keep trying to balance that. Of course,
meaning everybody boycott it and do not buy it.
Of course, we want more people to play. We want to continue to deliver content you're excited to see, and we want to do that for as long as you can. And people are like, wait a minute. So you're saying if we don't buy this shit, you're going to stop developing the game that people have sunk?
You threaten me?
I mean, the total cost of Warhammer stuff, you need Warhammer 1, Warhammer 2, Warhammer 3, and all those other things. It's
They're
like
threatening you.
You're hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a game that people want to play, and they're like, well, you don't buy this, we'll just have to see what the future is. Maybe we'll just stop developing this and all of our people move over to Hyena or another game that we're fucking working on. Because didn't they cancel another project recently too?
Yeah.
So
here's you can't threaten people like this. This is all extra stuff, okay? And don't pretend that you don't get money from publishers in order to make a game, which is what they're doing. And it's disingenuous. There's no good time to price increases, is what he said. And we have not taken this step lightly. Only you did, because this is a post afterwards. You had put the price out. Nope, nobody. It's like they didn't say nothing about it until people were like, "What the fuck? Did you just double the price? It's half the price of the main game. 1 DLC. When we're expecting to buy, I don't know, 7 DLCs, 10 DLCs, you're telling us that from now moving forward, every single DLC is going to be half the price of the game. So I'm going to buy that game 5 times over if I continue to support this. No, you don't understand that is too much. However, this is the business reality of supporting Warhammer 3. He's talking about just supporting Warhammer 3 and ensuring we were able to offer years of extra content that are already planned. If they're already planned, if they're currently planned, then you did the research of, okay, so if we charge this much, because I don't know, you've been doing it for the past decade. So you know how much is being made, and don't fucking tell me that you started development if you know that recently we're not making a lot of money from these and our costs are way up and we can't do it. No, that's not what's happening. What's happening here is you're at the end of the development of the Warhammer series, and you are cash grabbing as much as you can from the community before there is no more Warhammer 3. Now, do you want to sign a new contract, a new expensive contract with Games Workshop to do Warhammer 4? To do 40K, fine, but don't increase prices like this excessively, right? And that doesn't have the value behind it, and then just expect your community to swallow it and without a fight. And honestly, I suspect that they're using this money for the company, not for Warhammer 3 development only.
Oh yeah.
Unless you can prove to us that DLC team has now doubled in size, show me that the development team for Warhammer 3 DLC is bigger than the original Warhammer 3 team, or is bigger than some of these other projects at your current studio that you're working on.
The issue with Total Warhammer games is they come out a mess. They always do. Total Warhammer 2 was a giant mess when it came out. Total Warhammer 3 was a giant mess when it came out. And it takes 6 months for other people to come in and the other teams to go in and fix everything. And so you get longevity because they supported Total Warhammer 2 for a long time. And Total Warhammer 3 didn't come out that long ago.
We should not have to pay you guys in DLC to have a team that's competent enough to patch the game and give us DLC.
Mm-hmm. So it's feeling like to a lot of people in the community that it's like Total Warhammer 3 is towards the end of what they're going to do for. Yeah, they've got a couple DLCs they'll trickle out and really milk the people that are like, well, fuck, I'm already $300 into Total Warhammer. I might as well spend another $20, $25, $30 for the other ones that are coming out. But they've got other projects coming out. I mean, we talked about Hyenas, and that's another one coming from them.
Is that Creative Assembly?
I think Hyenas is Creative Assembly, right?
Yeah, it is. Creative Assembly's upcoming team-based zero-G extraction shooter.
Sounds like.
Where are you getting the money for that? Is it Sega? Did Sega give you the money, or are you self-funding it based upon how much revenue Creative Assembly itself is making? Where is the revenue from Creative Assembly? It's Total Warhammer. So I don't know. I'm not claiming that you're taking money that's intended for Warhammer 3 DLC development, even though you're doubling the prices of DLC and then using it on other projects. If you are, that brings up a motherfucking Gearbox situation with Aliens, Colonial Marines, and stuff. Borderlands. But let me just say, I'm Creative Assembly. They've not been good guys, and I wish they've been good guys. They were good guys once, long ago, when I made my Rome Total War 2 angry review. Everybody in the office had to sit down and watched it, you know? So it's like there are employees there, I don't know if they're still there, that really want to improve their games. And like, okay, let's see what the angriest guy in the community has to say. Or let's watch somebody with a profanity-laden video and just, you know, hold our pride and you know, listen to the points. I still respect them to this day for doing that. But I'm just saying that management has a lot of really bad ideas and bad moves. And they're even telling you, the way that they worded this, it's so dickish that they're even telling you, if you guys stop buying the DLC, we'll stop pricing. If you guys will not buy it at that price, we won't charge that price. But if you buy it at that price, we're going to charge that price. Because he says, ultimately, it's up to you to decide, and we'll keep trying to balance that. That is the price, is what he's saying.
They can't offer any less you're getting 3 lords. Apparently, they're not very deep lord, and 8 units, and you want $25 for it. So it's like, come on. But I think that the Warhammer
40% the price of the game.
Warhammer. I spent a lot of time in board game shops, just kind of sitting there playing Magic, and the number of people who quit Warhammer every week was astronomically high. Reminds me of the, the "fuck you, I'll see you tomorrow," and "I'll see you tomorrow" thing from Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's like, I'm quitting Warhammer, and they come back. It's like, all right, I'd like that. I like that box, please. It's like, all right, here's $900 for plastic. And so I think that they know that. Yeah. I'm hoping that this is not the case, and I'm hoping that people who are giving negative reviews on the game to say, you know what, screw it. I'm not going to buy this DLC. I'm not going to pay $25.
That's the only way.
I'm not going to buy this DLC. And, I don't buy a lot of the Legendary Lord DLC. The ones that I buy are brand new factions. You do a brand new faction, you put a lot of work into it. I can see giving you, $15, $20. But the second you take Legendary Lords, which have cost in the past $9.99 or $14.99 at the highest, and you start charging more than your faction updates, $25, you just, no.
Yeah.
Sorry, not happening. And I hope everybody who is in the Total War community and who is in the Warhammer community doesn't buy it for that fact. But I know a few of them already did and then, felt bad about it afterwards. Felt buyer's remorse. So what I'm saying, I don't know what data they'll get. I don't know if they will determine. It's up to the audience. And right now they're determining, they don't want to pay this price. Clear based on the numbers. But if they do it again and they keep it at that price, we're going to have to do a boycott.
Yeah.
Just don't. Okay, then just stop the DLCs. If you cannot do a Legendary Lord DLC at anything less than $25, then don't do any more Legendary Lord DLCs. Just don't do it. It's too expensive.
Then their games are gonna be like $100, $200.
They also just have to fix the game. I mean, the other issue is just like these things aren't coming with massive bug fix. Like the game came out a year ago, and there are still massive bugs in the game. I mean, I was going through the Reddit, and there's just laundry lists of some of it is superficial bullshit that I don't care about, but a lot of it's like, hey, this guy is trade bugged. He can just cheat the whole AI.
They're talking about, we need this to support the game, to continue to make the game better, but you're not. What you're saying is support the development of charging us more money. Don't you understand? You already got our money, and then you want us to pay you money so that we can pay you more money. You're not getting it. You need to fix the game. And if you're going to double the cost of the money that we're paying you so that we can pay you more money, it's not going to work. All right.
Yeah. So, sorry we ended on that, but I think it's important for people to understand that things aren't going well. But tell me about a game that we're all very excited about. You had some Skull and Bones news, right?
Guys, this will cheer you up.
I'm ready.
Skull and Bones, guess what? Nobody is going to be able to play because it's a closed beta. I thought it was an open beta. At this point, it's still not an open beta. Guys, they're going to do.
Last time, didn't you?
Yeah, it's probably easy to get in. I don't check my email from that. I'm not gonna check my email every fucking day and week for Skull and Bones show. Anyways, there's a closed beta trailer thing saying, "Hey, closed beta coming next week."
Throw out everything you know about pirates, and then come play that beta.
August. This is going to begin at 3 a.m. PT on August 22nd. So tomorrow. The beta itself will start at 7 p.m. PT on August 24th. Okay, well, let's just call it August 24th through August 28th. The beta is PC only and will run exclusively through Ubisoft Connect.
I don't think
I don't remember my password.
Me neither. So nobody uses your stupid shit. So we'll try to get this one. We'll try to get in on this. So guys, after the news, see if you'll sign up for the closed beta. No, at this point, there's so many videos out on it. They're not going to be doing an NDA on this. It's nearly time to set sail with the Skull and Bones closed beta.
Doesn't it come out next year? This game comes out next year.
In theory.
No, it remains on track for release sometimes in the company's current fiscal year, which ends
April.
March 31st, 2024.
Yeah. So I think it comes out next year. They'll probably slate it for February or March.
All right. Well, then a closed beta still makes sense, but it doesn't make sense because this thing has been delayed 17 times from when I played it. I don't know, so many years ago. This is ridiculous.
I think that was a different game though. at the
It's an
time.
absolute no. Yeah, you're right
pretty
because
much
they
doing
keep doing reiterations, but the basic idea is.
I hope this game and Star Citizen are fucking 12 out of 10 legendary games, and it's just it took them like
No.
15 years that.
You know what's so fucked up is like at one point I wanted that to be the case for Star Citizen,
Yeah.
but if let's say it really is, right? Then everything that they did is like excused.
No, wow.
Everything that they did is now encouraged and
see,
supportive.
we
See,
were on the right
this is
track.
how you
It's
do
like-
it, and then
like,
other
no.
companies are like, "Well, shit, let's
made a
do
shit ton of money.
let's do it like that." That would be a colossal disaster.
But I would view it as, well, I only had to pay $60 and you idiots had to pay $40,000
Okay.
and I got the same thing that you did. Also, the people who spent $10,000 on ships 8 years ago
Yeah.
have worse ships than what people are paying $50 for now.
Now,
So it's like,
Yeah.
you're dumb.
you
You can't infinitely milk people. I mean, some people maybe, but I don't know.
I don't know.
OG, you let us know.
We're still there.
Which will be finished first, Skull and Bones or Star Citizen?
It's going bones.
Calling bones for sure.
Okay, that's hilarious.
I hope they just take Starfield and then like use a marker to cross off Starfield on the box and then write Star Citizen and they add like one new thing that doesn't work and be like, we did this.
We made this.
We made this. It's mine now.
This looks suspiciously like Starfield, Star Citizen.
No way.
No, you see right here? It says Star Citizen.
When you crash, should we? No. All right.
All right.
I still remember that they did something with Mark Hamill, right?
No, that's never
Yes, I
coming
think
out.
they did
Squadron.
something with Mark Hamill,
he's in-
Squadron 42.
So-
Yeah.
What happened to that?
Well, that we don't know. That was supposed to come out like 2016 or something, and then a couple years ago, and I don't know.
Cool.
One last thing I wanted to tell you is the Overwatch 2 game director opens up to you guys about having now the worst reviewed game on Steam. He says, being review bombed is not a fun experience.
Good. You're not supposed to fucking enjoy it. It's a punishment, you douche. You made a shitty fucking game. You took everyone's goddamn money. It's not supposed. What?
This is not fun.
Man, fuck off.
This is
I
not
don't
fun.
like this. You're not supposed to like it.
Even though we said we are gonna put features that aren't there.
Yeah. You fucking lied to everyone. You made a shitty fucking game. You're worse than every other game on Steam right now. Too bad.
Yeah.
Take your medicine.
Take your medicine.
Go
Shut
away.
up. All right. Well, he said if we can't turn back the clock, what can we do? Well, we can keep adding to it and improving Overwatch 2 for those people that still play. Yep.
Yeah.
Do that. That's a start. You're still going to fuck it up, though.
Yeah.
All right, man. I think that's it. That's all I got. Thank y'all guys so much for watching. I want to thank Surfshark as our sponsors. If you're looking for a VPN, do Surfshark.
$2.21 a month.
We've done the research on
share
that. Of
that
all
with
the ones that are out there,
everyone.
share unlimited friends and family. Password share. All right, guys. Yeah, we'll see you then on the next Angry Joe show. Bye, guys.